Beyonce thing came when a friend of mine who knew her, somebody in her camp, and she said something supposedly, this is all hearsay, about regarding saying Rymir needs to go away little boy, something to that effect. It was something out there.
They said the throne was untouchable until a 34-year-old rapper from Philly convinced a federal judge that hip-hop's first billionaire might actually be his dad. And now, with a court deadline ticking down to July 18th, Shawn Jay-Z Carter has 11 days to decide. Prove it, fight it, or watch the rumor he's dodged for 3 decades explode in open court. When the order hit the docket on July 8th, the internet lit up like Times Square at midnight.
But people were saying that she's a big part of the problem for him, and some of the things that she was doing, a woman would not.
Judge Valerie Martinez didn't mince words. The defendant shall file an answer or otherwise respond to the complaint no later than July 18th, 2025. For Rymir Satterthwaite, it was the first real green light after 15 years of legal red tape. For Jay-Z, it was an unwelcome spotlight brighter than the Grammy stage. His attorneys fired back within hours, labeling the suit decades-long harassment built on fabricated allegations, and asking for extra time to evaluate and prepare a response. But the judge's clock kept ticking, and the hip-hop blogosphere started counting down in real time. But to understand why this single page of legalese feels like a seismic shift, we have to wind the clock back to a Brooklyn apartment in 1992.
She would have some sort of role in what her husband does. And if she was secure with herself and with the situation, not saying you gotta like it, she would help her husband handle it.
For 3 decades, Jay-Z has rhymed about beating impossible odds. I'm not a businessman, I'm a businessman. Yet the empire he built on that mythos now collides with a single sentence question. Are you my father? If the answer is no, a quick cheek swab ends the story faster than any diss track. If it's yes, hip-hop's royal lineage gets an unexpected branch, and the genre's most meticulous storyteller faces a plot twist he can't control. So as the calendar flips toward July 18th, one truth remains. Sometimes the smallest piece of paper, a birth certificate, a court order, a DNA report, can rewrite even the biggest legacy. And the world will be watching to see which story survives. Like and subscribe for the latest on celebrities' hot takes. Jay-Z's legal team has 4 main plays. Motion to dismiss on jurisdictional or procedural grounds.
Do you believe wholeheartedly that Jay's your father?
I really do. And if it's not, why you can't prove me wrong? Like, it's not far as a proving me wrong thing. It's go to the courtroom and basically do what everybody else would have to.
Day Insight and After a Laco said negotiate a confidential settlement, money in exchange for silence. Justice Cruda Test Warder Prove the Month Will Chris Core. Submit to a private DNA test with results sealed by court order. Don't think up illusion on personal room with silence. Fight it out through discovery, depositions, and a potential public trial. Date will be created on R. Each path carries landmines. A dismissal fuels conspiracy theories. A settlement screams guilt. A sealed test invites leaks. And a trial means Beyonce and the kids might watch family business unfolded on court TV. On Twitter, Take the Test trends next to fabricated claims. Some fans argue Rymir is chasing clout. Others say the truth can't be silenced forever. TikTok sleuths compare father and son profiles pointing to identical nose bridges. Detractors counter with side-by-side shots of unrelated cousins. Amid the meme wars, a quieter debate emerges. When celebrities build dynasties on personal narratives, do fans deserve transparency about inconvenient chapters? Or does privacy trump public curiosity? No matter how rich you are, the only person who can end that debate, for now, is the man called Hove.
Yeah, are you scared for your life now? It's unfortunate that you were shot at. I'm glad that you were okay from that. Do you think that was a situation where you were targeted? And if so, are you scared for your life?
No, I'm not scared for my life. I mean, it was a scary situation.
If the DNA test confirms paternity, headlines won't stop at secret son. Wanda's age, 16, and the alleged interstate travel from Philadelphia to Brooklyn open the door to potential federal scrutiny under the Mann Act, which prohibits transporting a minor across state lines for illicit purposes. Criminal statutes of limitation vary, but the PR fallout alone could eclipse anything Jay-Z has faced. Image Man is the research brands, from Armand de Brignac champagne to his $2.5 billion entertainment portfolio. portfolio depend on the aura of clean, controlled success. One verified statutory scandal could send sponsorships scrambling, the way a single tweet once shaved billions off other celeb empires. Yet public sentiment isn't leaning only one way. The story begins with a teenage girl named Wanda, a ride from Philadelphia to Brooklyn, and a 22-year-old hustler who hadn't yet become Hova. According to Wanda's sworn affidavit, they used protection that failed. 9 months later, Rymir Satterthwaite was born. Wanda kept the identity of the father to herself until Rymir turned 8. By then, she was living with Robert Graves, whose name appeared on the birth certificate. A DNA test in 2011 proved Graves wasn't the dad, and the certificate was amended.
I'm not pointing no fingers. I'm just asking everybody, all the judges or anybody who's working on the case, to do what's right and do their job the correct way, even if you overlook something or didn't see something. Everybody makes mistakes, as I said before, but you know, it's time to actually do your job and look at everything and get it correct.
From that moment, Rymir believed the only remaining candidate was Jay-Z. Yet contacting a global superstar is harder than winning the lottery. Letters went unanswered, lawyers slammed doors, and when Wanda died in 2019, Rymir inherited not only the question of his identity, but the mounting legal bills that came with chasing it. Questioning paternity is one thing. Dragging hip-hop's most powerful mogul into court is another. Meanwhile, Jay-Z's lawyers argue their client didn't own property in New Jersey, so the Garden State had no standing to compel a DNA test. When Rymir posted an excerpt from Tina Knowles' memoir that mentions a New Jersey hideaway the Carters enjoyed in the mid-2000s, social media called it a gotcha moment. By May 6, 2025, Rymir switched tactics, filing a federal suit that skipped child support claims and instead sought damages for emotional distress and fraudulent court interference. Jay-Z, it says, exploited legal systems in multiple jurisdictions to suppress paternity claims. Jay-Z's reply? Silence, until the judge's July 8th order forced his hand. While the lawyers paper-cut each other in court, two unlikely megaphones cranked the volume to 11.
I was 7. My mom had to sit down with me. I guess she thought I was old enough to know now, and she been saying Shawn Carter, that's what she was calling him at first before she was calling it Jay-Z, and I really didn't know who that was because I was young and, you know, had my little brother, and I really wasn't worrying about it. She was saying it a lot, but I really, this was going along with the person I was just seeing, like the person I looked at who was taking care of me at that time. I really wasn't really trying to understand what my mom was talking about, but she constantly put it in my head like, son, it's not your father, and I really want you to know it is. This person is your father.
Curtis 50 Cent Jackson has never met a Jay-Z controversy he couldn't monetize. Minutes after the court order went public, he screenshot the headline and added the caption, "Somebody get Maury on standby." The post racked up 1 million likes in 3 hours. Nicki Minaj, already beefing with Roc Nation over alleged career sabotage, reposted 50's meme and wrote, "Is this why he was trending? I don't know, to God be the glory." Then she upped the ante, claiming Jay-Z still owes her up to $200 million from the 2021 sale of Tidal to Jack Dorsey's Block Inc. Suddenly the story wasn't just father and son drama, it was a bonfire fueled by two of rap's loudest voices, both with their own scores to settle. But Insta reposts are harmless compared to what Rymir says happened offline. In interviews and court filings, Rymir describes a pattern of intimidation. A stranger allegedly approaches his godmother's home, urging Rymir to "drop it, little boy." His parked car is sprayed with bullets days after a civil filing. Police reports confirm shell casings on site. Liens appear on the family property after a judge signs what Rymir calls a fraudulent order. Jay-Z's side flat out denies orchestrating any threats, calling the narratives internet fan fiction, yet the claim taps into a wider conversation about power, the kind that doesn't need to shout to be felt. And that power is precisely why the stakes extend far beyond child support checks, and Tara takes